Hey everyone, it's Justin again. I just wanted to log in, give everyone a deck update. So we are still a fatigue deck, right? We took out the Crown of Dominion, we took out the cash-ins. They were really good. You really wanted to keep pitching them, see them second cycle because we had so many extra, non-attacks, so many extra defense reactions, so many extra, everything else. So it wasn't that good. It was great when you hit it, right? Get a Art of War off the top and get something you can give go again off the top. It's amazing, right? You hit an Oasis Respite and like a Concealed Blades, it's not nearly as good. You hit, some of these defense reactions, something else. You hit a Plague Hive and you already have like there was a lot of different things that were just you didn't hit. So we took that out. It was a little too cute, anyways. We have some block in here now, really good. Um, I'm just gonna go and explain all the decisions. Right, Annihilate the Armed, fantastic card. It's a 1 for 5. That's very 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 aggressively statted. Some of the best stats you can get. Um, this one is for attack action cards. It hits almost everything. Command and Conquer. We have one of Cut to the Chase. All right. Um, we I like the blue ones. I like the blue reactions so much. The yellow reaction, pretty good. I only have one cut to the chase. I don't want people looking for it. I want people not respecting the pump, and then I want to have a small pump. Small, I just care about that one damage. This is a fatigue deck. Your life going to zero is nice. Your deck going to zero is really what I'm looking for. So one cut to the chase. We have Fighting Spirits. Fighting Spirits are absolutely amazing. The majority of the time, we are fighting from behind with this deck. So we almost always get that extra value, that +1. I was running E-Strike with an early build. This is a better E-Strike in 99% of the cases, right? Somebody comes in for a 4 or a 5, you can cover down with a Fighting Spirit, not waste the extra block, and feel a lot better because you gain that life. So Fighting Spirits are definitely in. Hurl is a you would say like you would think Head Jab is not that good of a card. Head Jab is amazing. This has a bunch of extra text on it. 9 times out of 10, I would just ignore the extra text. This is a go again stapled on a card. You could play Scar for a Scar because you are usually behind, but I like this Hurl with just 3. It hits most of the Dromai dragons. It just adds a little bit of damage. It's a turn extender, right? You are looking for the go agains. We have Hurl. If you have to block out and you only have a Hurl in hand, put it in your arsenal. It's for those turns that you want to go a little bit wider, right? Use it as a setup turn. Make them take some damage. Make them think about blocking it. Sometimes you can get a good block out, come in with the Leave No Witnesses, and they're kind of hosed at that point. We got to Leave No Witnesses. It's much like Command and Conquer. Doesn't need really any explanation, right? You're looking for red cards on the contract. Really no explanation. It's your best contract card. Oasis Respite. We main deck 3 of these. We are playing the fatigue deck. We're playing the life gain. We want to get max value. We have 9 life between the Fighting Spirits and the Oasis Respite. That is generally enough to get through most decks. All right, you can at least start putting pressure on them. They're going to start looking at their deck and they're going to start wondering if they're going to make it after this 9 life. We got Plunder the Poor. Plunder the Poor is the second best contract, third best contract, top 4. All right. This is 1 cost or less. Every single deck in Flesh and Blood at the moment plays at least a couple cards 1 cost or less. It is like it's nowhere near as hey, banish blue cards, banish red cards, but like 1 cost or less. This is your hitter. If you put any blues in the deck, you put Plunder the Poor, right? That's uh, your best contract card that comes in Rainbow. Sack the Shifty. We are playing 3 of Sack the Shifty. This is for go again. Really, we're playing Sack the Shifty and Slay the Scholars for their matchups. Against Wizard, Slay the Scholars is pretty good. Against, a Ranger, both of them are pretty good. Um, it's just filler. It's a 0 for 4, great stats. These are just, you're trying to banish cards off the top of the deck. All right. We got Sink Below, pretty self-explanatory. We're main decking Sink Below because we need more block. We're a fatigue deck. So we got Oasis Respite, Sink Below. In the main deck, we got six decent blocks. We have Art of War. Art of War and Captain's Call is your go again package, right? You're turning your 0 cost into go again, or you're turning your next attack into go again. You have you have 2 blues and like something else. You can Art of War for 1, right? If you have 2 blues and a Fighting Spirit, I love going Fighting Spirit for 8 go again, gain a life, and then leave no witnesses for 5. Or, like a 0 for 5, just 2 blues. 2 blues with an Art of War, a Fighting Spirit, and a contract card, 0 for contract card. You get a dagger, you get an Art of War, you get a Fighting Spirit, and a 0 for 4. You need your entire hand, but those are your explosive comeback turns, right? You start fighting when everything else is set up. You're setting up, explode, right? Codex of Frailty, amazing, right? Get a Leave No Witnesses or a Command and Conquer. If you have 2 blues, do a dagger, Codex for Command and Conquer. You'll have 2 floating. If you just have the Codex, just grab a Leave No Witnesses, grab whatever you need. Eradicate. It's a threat, right? If someone takes a full Eradicate, they might not lose, but like they're hurting, right? We're a fatigue deck, and you're just letting us play into our goal, right? It by itself is not scary. Eradicate, the stats on it, quite poor. Not scary at all, right? It's got 1 cost, so that kind of gets in the way a little bit. If you have a yellow in this, it kind of sucks because you can't come in with a dagger and an Eradicate. So, I mean, it's a good block. You throw it in, they have to block it because you're a fatigue deck, right? They have to block it. You're not going to give them 4 hits. That's 4. If they take the full 4 damage, that's like you hit in 4 different times with a normal contract card. That is disgusting, right? They're going to block it. Plague Hive. If you're not playing Plague Hive, my opinion, you're doing it wrong. Plague Hive, it is nasty. Sometimes whatever you give them doesn't matter, right? Oh, you're playing against Dromai and you gave him a Frailty, right? Doesn't really matter. But that's only like for most decks, you only have like a third chance of missing, right? Like you're against an Oldhim, you hit an Inertia. That's a hit. You hit a Bloodrot Pox. That's still kind of a hit. A Frailty is still kind of a hit against Oldhim, right? Against Dromai, yeah, Inertia is a hit. Frailty, kind of miss. Bloodrot Pox is a hit, right? Ranger, all of them, right? They all have it, right? You are almost guaranteed to hit something that your opponent's not going to like, right? I Plague Hive is nasty. Definitely pick one up. They're relatively cheap right now. I'd snatch it. Spreading Plague, right? Spreading Plague is one of those nasty cards. Sometimes you can get it in the late game. That's what I would try to do. When they have to block, right? That's when you're going to get max value out of this. Because they have to block, and then let's say they block 2 cards, and they're at 2 or something, right? They're going to have to kill you. And if they don't kill you, they lose. Hey, do you want to try? I'm playing a fatigue deck. I'm playing a deck. We've seen all these defense reactions. Do you want to try, or do you just want to take the turn off? Maybe pay for those blood rot. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because you take a turn off late in the game, I'm gonna have all of my gas. I'm gonna have something to do, right? Captain's Call. That's part of the Go Again package. Nasty. In a pinch, give your hurl that already has Go Again +2. Come in 5 Go Again. Every other time you do your 0 cost Go Again. Play a Leave No Witnesses Go Again into something nasty. Play a Sack the Shifty Go Again into a Plunder the Poor. Right, two 0 for 4s. It's nasty. Leave No Witnesses Go Again into a Codex of Frailty for another Leave No Witnesses. Nasty. Right, you can do some nonsense with the Go Again. Concealed Blades, nasty. We only care about a little bit. We want them to sort of, like, we want them to overblock every single card. If you overblock every single card, I'm happy. Give me your cards. Don't attack me, right? I'm a pacifist. Well, you should be a pacifist, right? Don't attack me, all right? When you decide to not block, then I punish you. You got to block 100% right. Come in with these, they're blue, if they're red, you got to play them. If they're yellow, you're kind of incentivized to play them. When you have blue attack reactions, you will have them at the end of the game because they suck, right? When everyone's strong and everyone's blocking with all these reds, everyone's got all these defense reactions, everyone's got everything. It's not good, right? We got the one of cut to the chase if we want to do something early, right? We block with the shreds, we pitch the shreds, right? And then we set up, we get a surgical. They don't want to block. Surgical, they block for 5, let's say. Hit them with a shred, right? And that's way, 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 way late game. You're not playing surgical extraction unless it's the second cycle through your deck, maybe even third cycle. You're playing it late in the game, right? But yeah, surgical extraction is your best hitter, right? Leave No Witnesses is second best contract card ever, right? It's 0 for 4, so that's kind of, it might even be for the best. It might even be tied, right? But surgical extraction is definitely one of your nastiest on hits because you can pick apart their hand. So you want to wait until late in the game. Hey, it's even if it's something crazy, right? We want to wait until they don't want to block, okay? If it's 20 to like 5, right? I got 5. No one's going to want to block, all right? Make them block. That's what it is. So it's like it's a oh crap, I need to get back in this game card, right? You'll make them block if they decide not to block or if they decide to block wrong. You got the little pumps. Oh, didn't mean to do that. You got the little pumps and everything else that'll just get you there, right? This round's on me. Nasty card. It's a blue that blocks for 3. I don't like the blue. Let's talk about the blues. If you notice, we have one blue attack, and it's the surgical extraction that everyone's going to want to run, right? I don't play any of the other blue contract cards. Frankly, they suck. 2 damage is not a lot. 2 damage with no go again, with no nothing, that's pretty low power, pretty low everything. I'd rather have a Concealed Blades that I can just go sneak a real attack in, shred to sneak a real attack in, or this round's on me to fix my hand a little bit, kind of give them a fatigue token. This fatigue, Codex of Frailty, or whatever, Frailty token, I don't have it up. It's just gives their arsenal cards -1, gives their weapons -1. This round's on me is, some ways it's better, some ways it's obviously worse, right? Them drawing a card is really not what you want to see, but like that, all attacks that target you have -1, they could be dragons, they could be weapon attacks, they could be attack action cards out of hand, they could be anything, right? Such a great effect, and it blocks for 3. I call that an easy day. We got 2 down and dirties in the sideboard. Down and dirties in the sideboard. You can defend it from Arsenal. It's the Dromai match. We have a horrible Dromai match. Horrible Dromai match. I hate it. They hate it. Like, you got to be in the game for that Dromai match. It's hard to stay in that hard. We have Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind is one of my favorite quote-unquote D-reacts, right? It costs 2, so you can't play it off a Tunic. That sucks, all right? But with all the Dominate, with Bravo, with Azalea, with everything else going on, being able, and with Azuri too, right? Not an extra instant so you can wait and see what it is. You don't have to just instant, oh, hey, this might be a Command and Conquer, rip it. Oh, it's a contract card. Oh, it's like something nonsense. I just wasted my defense reaction. No, Peace of Mind is great. It gives you a ponder token. Most of the time you can empty your hand with Arakni. Every now and again you kind of get, no value on the ponder token, but it's still pretty good. We got a 1 of Sigil of Solace. They don't block. We have all the other life gain. We need to be lower to get extra value. We have 1 of Sigil of Solace. We do not want to be higher than them. Unmovable. One of unmovable. Um, unmovable is fantastic. If you could play three of these and not see them back to back, so you want to see one unmovable and then have like another hand without an unmovable, and then you can see another unmovable. If you're just, hey, unmovable, 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 against a lot of decks, you're not going to be able to keep the tempo because that's an entire blue. It's just one unmovable is pretty good. I might throw two in there for like competition or something. I'm still experimenting. I like the one of. Two, that all you got, right? It's a defense reaction for three, but against dragons, against, another Azure, like an Arakni, another assassin, against ninja, against a lot of different people, that all you got is just really good. Two of, because it doesn't block for four. We got a one of Burdens of the Past. I love the art on this one. This in foil is nasty, all right? We got Arakni with all the people that he's killed, dragging him down like it's Vinland Saga or something, right? It's nasty, all right? You're never going to get the draw a card. Just give that up right now. But until end of turn, target hero can't play defense reaction cards with the same name as cards in the graveyard, whatever. When you actually play this, it's a one of. You pitch it, you block with it, whatever. If you actually play this, it's going to do the thing you need it to do, right? You think they have a defense reaction. You know when they have a defense reaction. You play Nerve Scalpel in 95% of matches, all right? You know if they block some weird stuff, you can say, hey, I'm sniffing a defense reaction, Burdens of the Past, leave no witnesses. What are you going to do, right? Just nasty. Arcane Lantern, it looks good. That extended art looks good. Nullrune Boots, Nullrune Gloves, Arcane Barrier 3. We got an Orbital Class and a Scale Peeler in the side. Oldhim, this is for different Ranger matchups and Wizard, obviously. And Briar. So we got Black Tech, Tunic, Mask, Nerve Scalpel in the main board. Absolutely fantastic. You mostly want to go 2 cards. When I play an attack, I want to get 2 cards from you. You owe me 2 cards. So I come in with a Nerve Scalpel, make your reactions -3 or -1, right? Your Fate Foreseens, your Sink Belows, they're only coming in for 3 instead of 4. You need to give me another card, whether it's on the top of your deck or whether it's from your hand, or you can give me an equipment too. I'm okay with it. Spider's Bite is, self-explanatory. Let's talk about Vambrace of Determination. So, this deck is very tight. Very tight. I don't see you beating an Oldhim, right, without Vambrace. I've beaten a couple different Oldhims with the Vambrace. It's amazing versus Oldhim. I don't think you can win without. All right? I am mainboarding Vambrace over Flick Knives, over anything, over Iron Rod, over Goliath Gauntlet, right? You need this for the Oldhim matchup. Sometimes, every now and again, people play Oasis Respite. People play the Peace of Mind against you, right? This hoses the mirror matchup. You got to give me 2 cards. You can play your Oasis Respite, but hey, I am going to hold it up just in case. Give me 2 cards. I need the 2 cards. Or take the effect, right? I am high up on Vambrace. Flick Knives, it's an Iron Rod Gauntlet a lot of the times. With the Tunic, you'll have a resource for the most part. You can just come in, use the Tunic, block for 1, right? It's good enough on that. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. And then you have that option where, you can prevent their prevention. So we talked about kind of the main cards. I'd say if you're trying to make changes to this deck, the weakest cards of the 60, the weakest cards right now, maybe the Spreading Plague, maybe a copy of the Hurl, maybe 2 copies of Hurl. I would keep 1, try it out. It is really good. You play it a couple different times, you'll see like, oh, hey, it wasn't really good this time, and then there'll be that one time it is just buck nasty. Okay? So we have 2 Spreading Plagues that you could take out for other cards. I would leave your contract cards in, right? I would leave the contract cards in, okay? If you do want to take out contracts, take out the sacks, in my opinion. All right. Don't take out any more than 3 sacks. All right. So you have 2 spreading plagues, 3 sacks. Let's say 1 copy of Hurl. You could have 6 cards, main board. Anything out of here, I'd probably take out the burdens. Right? You have to have Arcane Barrier 3. I'd keep the different daggers. I'd probably take out the burdens if you need to. So you got 6 main board, 1 sideboard. Check it out. If you make some changes, please let me know in the comments or something. Thank you. This is the Assassin deck. This has been the update, and this is what we're playing with. It's pretty good. I've been enjoying it. You get late game, people start wondering what you got, and you're pitching the concealed blades, you're pitching the shreds, you got your surgicals, you got some other effects. You can make some stuff happen. All right, everyone. Have a good one.